Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, the GMAT channel. Now today I'd like to talk about investing in real estate. Now, how do you get started? That is what we're going to discuss today, how to get started from scratch. Now, the first thing would be to look for a piece of land. I know it sounds kind of obvious, but when you go into real estate business, one of the key factors that will make your real estate venture successful or not is one very, very important thing, and that is location. Location is very, very important. You can build a very beautiful building, but it's in the middle of nowhere. When you're assessing what you need for a real estate, there are certain things that must be key in your assessment in terms of what you expect to gain from that real estate if you want to be productive. First, it must be in a prime area. That means a populated area, a densely populated area. The more densely populated it is, the better for you. Number two, look for a piece of land which has a title deed. You don't want to buy land and when you start constructing, 10 other people come to claim the land and you end up getting caught up in wrangles. That's very, very important. Three, look for financing. When you look for financing, make sure that you engage the services of professionals. That's the fourth one. But who are the professionals I'm talking about? It's very, very important that you get an architect to draw for you the plan and to give you bill of quantities. These two things will help you go a long way in knowing how much you're going to spend. Three, they will help you with the planning of the building. Why? Because the architect will have done the building, he'll be going for site visits, and because there is a plan to the house, it's easy to see an error before it occurs on the drawing. When you get to the ground and your foreman has made a mistake, the architect will be able to recognize the mistake and have it corrected before you go up, making sure that during the construction phase, you engage the services of this architect, at least to come to site twice to three times a week. This is very, very important, especially at the foundation levels, because that's where all the major issue happens. They'll be able to check the ratios of the soil, the kind of stones that have been used, the kind of soil that is being used, and to make sure that the foreman is not taking corners and is using the correct mixing ratios. These things are very, very important. And I know as even myself included, we like to take shortcuts. You think I don't need this professional service because it's expensive. But imagine you're building a property of maybe 10 million for a start, and you're finding it difficult to engage the services of a professional, which will probably just cost you maybe 100 to 200,000. What is that vis-a-vis losing the whole building or the building collapsing? So after you've engaged the services of the foreman, the architect, you've gotten your bill of quantities, and you've gotten your financing. Before you do anything on ground, you're supposed to know, what is my projected income? How long will I take to pay off this loan? Is it going to be a profitable venture or not? A good real estate property should be able to at least pay itself off between 5 to 6 years. And if you're really lucky, some even are able to pay themselves off within about 4 to 5 years. Though that may not be the case right now because of the economic environment we are living in at the moment. But a few years back, this was very much possible. And once you have all these things in place, you're now ready to break the ground and to start on your project. Now, when you start on your project, it's normally a very, very exciting venture. My friends, please, 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 I'm begging you, don't leave the project in the hands only of the professionals. It is very important for you as the owner to ensure you make frequent and regular visits to the site, because you may find that at the site someone has made a mistake and yet nobody noticed it. I want to give you an example of somewhere that um, a construction was ongoing, and this happened to be from one of my relatives. And when they went on ground, that day was the day of doing the mixing. I think they call it koroga. When they went that day, they found that on one side of the property, the foreman, even the architect, everyone who was on ground, in the plan, they didn't notice that there's a balcony area that they had not done the koroga. You know, that mixing of the concrete and the vibrating, that hadn't been done. Now, if this person had not gone to do an inspection, that part would have remained. Remember, it's a balcony, so how would it have been functional? And yet, the person would not be able even to access the balcony. There would be a door there with no balcony. It would not have been provided for with the Y10s and the Y12s, and this would have caused a big complication. But it was saved just in the nick of time. It is also good when you attend that the workers see you there. They will know you're serious with your project, and they will also give you feedback as to the challenges that they are receiving so that you can self-correct. Don't wait until when the project has gone to an advanced level, you've already spent money. That's when you're trying to go to do the site visits. It will cost you a lot of money doing the corrections, and it will be very, very expensive on you. And those are things that you'd have been able to avoid if you had just been regular and consistent in your site visits. Now, when the property is dry, we are always in a hurry. Once you've put the slab, normally you're supposed to wait 21 days for it to dry and for it to be watered every day so that the curing process can cure properly. But you find that nowadays there's new technology, or you are in a hurry, you don't want to wait. My friends, please don't be in a hurry. That is a property that you have invested in, and it will generate income for you for many, many, many years to come. So I don't think 21 days is a very long time to allow the slab to cure. Now, when I'm talking about 21 days, this is the conventional building. I know there are new technologies that have come up that once you've laid the slab, you can continue building immediately, maybe the day after. I'm not talking about that technology. I'm just talking about the normal conventional technology. Once it has properly cured, now is when you will start doing the interiors. And when you start doing the interiors, that's another whole process that you get into. I hope you've liked what I've shared with you today. Please stay tuned in for the next one. In the next one, I will talk about the internal, the interiors, how you go about the interiors, so that you save and you still get a good outcome of the project that you're doing. If you have liked this video, please like it, share it, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.